Welcome to Feedback-Driven Project Excellence, a short lecture on using effective feedback and continuous improvement to lift project outcomes. In this presentation, we'll explore practical patterns and tools you can apply immediately, and I'll guide you through a repeatable approach to surface issues early, course correct quickly, and build lasting habits that sustain better project results. This slide highlights the cost of delayed feedback and the upside of rapid insight cycles. Over half of project failures are linked to withheld or late feedback, driving rework, budget overruns, and longer cycles. The diagram shows a daily course correction loop where early detection protects the budget, shortens delivery time, and prevents expensive rework. Effective feedback flows up, down, and laterally, creating a communication mesh for early issue detection. The diagram maps structured check-ins, anonymous pulse surveys, and embedded review points, feeding upward, downward, and peer-to-peer channels, so teams spot problems quickly, surface honest sentiment, and keep alignment between daily work and strategic goals. When feedback arrives, a triage approach keeps the system manageable. Tag items by urgency, assess impact on goals, and assign a clear owner. The process filters noise, focuses resources on high-leverage fixes, and produces visible proof of change, while the continuous improvement loop ensures collection, analysis, implementation, and evaluation become routine rather than one-off actions. Turning vague remarks into concrete action uses 3 questions. What should we start doing? What must we stop immediately? And what should we keep doing? Framing feedback this way converts opinions into specific behaviors, removes ambiguity for owners, and creates a clear path from insight to measurable change that teams can act on in the next sprint or review. 4 core principles make feedback effective. Deliver it promptly to preserve context, link comments directly to agreed objectives, balance critique with recognition to sustain motivation, and define measurable outcomes so success is clear. When feedback follows these rules, it remains relevant, aligned to priorities, and easy to evaluate, which helps everyone act with confidence. Leaders play a pivotal role by modeling receptivity and driving continuous improvement. Active listening and paraphrasing show understanding, acknowledging contributors reinforces participation, and visibly acting on suggestions demonstrates that feedback matters. Together, these behaviors normalize learning, reduce defensiveness, and encourage more candid input, multiplying the volume and quality of future insights. A simple feedback management process builds organizational memory. Log every piece of feedback in a shared register, assign owners and deadlines, publish status updates in weekly reviews, and archive outcomes for future projects. This pipeline turns ad hoc comments into tracked improvements, accelerates resolution, and preserves lessons learned so teams avoid repeating the same mistakes. Digital tools streamline feedback by centralizing input and enabling contextual discussion. Cloud dashboards offer a single source of truth and live visualization. Real-time comment threads attach feedback to specific assets, and specialized review tools automate reminders and alerts to prevent bottlenecks, creating an integrated flow from observation to resolution and continuous improvement. Formalizing scope through a living spreadsheet lets change requests be quantified and approved quickly. Capture requested change, rationale, effort estimate, schedule impact and cost, then use client sign-off to anchor expectations and curb late-stage scope creep. This discipline improves predictability, aligns stakeholders, and ensures that every approved change is tracked and resourced. The Kaizen cycle blends routine retrospectives with periodic intensive sessions to accumulate feedback and convert it into practical outputs. Gather structured insights, then prioritize process tweaks, tool upgrades, and targeted training. Iteration after iteration, these small adjustments compound into measurable efficiency gains, reducing bottlenecks and steadily improving delivery performance. Measure feedback efficacy with clear KPIs, so you can justify continued investment. Track defect, escape rate, cycle time, stakeholder NPS, and team morale, to see real impact and translate those trends into an ROI story for the feedback culture. Data-driven evidence shows whether improvements are reducing issues, accelerating delivery, and boosting engagement over time. To embed feedback as a habit, follow a short set of actionable steps. Map stakeholders to identify key influencers. Schedule weekly one-to-ones for steady input. Launch a shared issue log to centralize problems. Pilot a start, stop, continue routine for quick experiments. And review metrics after 30 days to reinforce what's working and adjust what isn't. Small, micro-level changes scaled across teams drive organizational transformation. Start with a public pledge to take action. Invite peer accountability. Document results rigorously, and circulate learnings so insights spread. When individual micro-changes are replicated and shared, they aggregate into meaningful process and culture shifts that sustainably improve performance across the organization.